Well, I got some problems with my wife's van, the 2010 Dodge Caravan. We've done a few different videos on it. This time, emergency brake doesn't want to grab at all. Take a look. Hey, it's Uncle Mark here again. Long time no see, I know. What I noticed last time. Let's give it a spin. And if we get the emergency brake on, and look, so much for the emergency brake. What's wrong? So I've got a theory. Well, there can't be much wrong with this. It's disc rear brakes, and it doesn't have, a lot of them have a little drum for the emergency brake. This doesn't do that. It turns the piston somehow, I'll show you how it works, and pushes the piston to make the emergency brake work. I'd kind of like it to work just for, well, maybe we need some kind of an emergency stop one day where the rest of the brakes fail. Be nice if they both would come on, both back brakes. This way, if you put them on the highway, if you had to stop for something, the hydraulic brakes failed, you're gonna have one wheel, and if it locks up, you're gonna be in the ditch. So let's take a look at this thing, see what's, it's either the cable broke, which I can't see that happening, or something. Want to push it? Push it really hard.
I have to push again.
Okay, just a minute. Push it again. Okay, well, it's not the cable. Okay, good. Thanks.
So?
Yep.
Shall I release it?
Yeah, I can release it. That's weird. I'm just gonna get her to step on the normal brake and see if that works. Just step on the normal brakes. It'd be a little bit hard to do, but no, it works. All right. All right. See what's going on. Thanks. Let's go around to the other side here. Put the brake on first. It's all the way right here. This feels better now. Well, what the heck? Here's what I found out on the other side. This, if you pull it back and forth, it's hard to see in this one, but it actually moves about a quarter of an inch. Well, this one probably moves an eighth of an inch. The other one moved a quarter. So it back off a whole quarter of an inch. So you had to move it in a quarter, which caused the emergency brake had to pull that far just to get it to touch here. And then the rest of it, well, it couldn't, it would already move too far. So what I did is I took this off, I cranked out the piston in here, so it came out a little bit further, put it back together, and it works fine on the other side. This side's not bad. In fact, the emergency brake seems to actually catch now. So I'm just gonna take it apart because I wanna see if this thing will free up a little more. I think I have a wheel bearing that's making noise. Factory ones are 13 millimeters. Ouch. I'm gonna take a hammer. So probably, yeah. Loosen that baby off a little bit, and the other one here. Put both of them out of there. The ABS cables here, and it's actually clipped on here, so if you could just kind of push that out without breaking anything. Free that up a little bit. Come on. Really? There we go. This is not pulling. This will have some room. Should be able to just slide that off. Easier said than done, huh? Well, wow. That piston won't move in either. Well, I don't think we need to put that any further than it already is. I think it's not going to help at all. I wonder. Get some tools. I'll get you guys in just a little bit closer. You can understand what's going on here. So this is your emergency brake, and it pulls that way, and as it pulls this way, it turns the piston like this. Piston comes out and helps squeeze your caliper, because it's a caliper, it's a disc brake with a disc. A lot of them have a drum in here. This one doesn't. This is just full disc all around. So what I need to do is get this guy off of here. So I think I'm going to grab this, try and turn it, see if I can move that a little bit. Oh, here, let's just do it together. You'll see what I'm doing. We hope. Can I just grab that and turn it? Plus I'm trying to get a video in here. Can I even grab something there? Can I just... We're learning together. Just gonna grab this piece. Oh, there you go. See how it works. But I don't want this cable moving. Now, how do I get it not to come off? Yeah, that's no fun. I need some extra pliers, maybe, or if I could just stick that in there and hold it. And then who knows how that comes up. Easier said than done. There's probably some special way to do this that I don't know about. And of course I'm not going to find out about till the video's done. That's all I want to do is just pull this whole thing off here. What's holding her down? Seems like this cable is part of the problem. The other side came off quite easily. Not this side. Anyway, it seems like it's all fine. Let me just show you what I did to the other one though. See the piston here. And you can see there's actually a groove there. It's actually, I don't know if you can see, it's actually a V-shaped. Comes up this way and goes up that way. There's the same on the opposite side, so you grab it, and if you can twist it, turn it. What I did is I grabbed onto here without hurting this, because there's a boot here, huh? See this rubber boot, you don't want to wreck that. I was able to just grab onto the metal and turn it on the other side there. To put new brakes in, you're going to have to turn this in or out one way or the other, and I forget which way is which. And that's how it's going to make space in there. I don't know if that explains anything to you or not. I'm just going to lube these things up here a little bit, stick it back on, and leave it. Hopefully it's a little better. So I'm going to use some brake lubricant. Hopefully this is going to help for no noise later, and for, well, it moves around a little bit, so put some right here. That's where this guy is going to end up sitting. A little bit here too. I don't know if I can get it to come out just a little bit more. And Just move over here a little bit for the caliper. I don't know if I can even show you that. Trying, but the light's not happy. What I'm trying to do. Come on, guys. Supposed to be able to turn. So I guess if it's binding on the one of the pads, so that hopefully will help it not bind. Guess I don't need that on there. Yeah, hopefully this is going to be fine. What the hay? Might as well put just a little bit on here so they're not gonna fight me next time they want to come out. Sometimes if you're loosening these things will want to spin too, like this. You might have to hold it with something. Sometimes vice grips. I find that the width of this is smaller than the wrench is. Oh, this one might almost work if I had the right wrench. Somewhere it's just not going to work. Looks like it's a different size, which would make sense because that would help you. It'd help you hold it because you're already using the one wrench. And what was this one? This was 15mm, 13mm. So I'm thinking, well, it's bigger, 14 or 15. I guess we can find out what it is. It looks like that's a 15. Not easy to get on there, but that's okay. It'll help hold it. I'll be tighten it. My goodness. See what I mean about it? Just not being enough room there. Hoping the bottom one. Maybe I could just... Sometimes they snug up enough that... Yeah, this one's okay. Make sure everything's... Sure moves a lot. Oh, darn. Weren't we going to see if this thing spins? But I guess it does. All right. Spins freely. I wonder if we can turn this just by... Because I figured out that to make this come out, on the driver's side you have to turn clockwise. On the passenger side you turn counterclockwise. That's to make it come out. If you're putting new pads in there, you're going to have to make it go in. So then it's going to be counterclockwise for the driver's side and clockwise. So that, I'm just going to see if I can turn it from here. Be very, whoop, sorry guys, very careful. Look at that. Grr. Darn lighting. Maybe it'd be better if I do that. Is that better? How much room is there? Let's see if I can get it to turn a little more. I don't think this is what they suggest, but it's almost like we're getting more movement, isn't it? Did we goof? Go a little further. Then we'll talk about it. Well, I'd say that's more. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the opposite way. Let me go back on it. Like I said, there's a special tool you can get. But sometimes you just have to, ingenuity can work. let's say it's less movement. One other thing is this rubber seems to want to spin. Well, actually, it doesn't want to spin. It just wants to sit there. And I think, oh man, we probably should have put some goo on it to help it turn. I don't think I can though. Use a very gently. See how there's a little place in there that some grease could probably sit. Since I'm on a roll here, I'll try and put some in there. This is special stuff that's not supposed to hurt the rubber. See if I can turn that a little more. See, maybe if I can use a little punch. Man, I mean, there's no room between all my tools and there. How much room to... I'm hitting... I've got a light right here. Yeah, that's kind of in the way. Then I'm hitting mud flap behind there somewhere with my hammer. I wonder if I back off a little bit. Think that'll help? Sorry for the big light in the way. I'll see if I can stay out of your way too. You don't want all the play gone because this has got to spin and it just has to release enough so then they're not on. There's no real spring or anything there. That's way better. Still turns. That's way better. And it looks like my little bit of grease in here is kind of helping a little bit. I'm gonna try and put just a little bit more in there. Because as it wears down, and just we'll get it in there. Again, remember this is special grease for this that can get on the rubbers and doesn't eat away the rubbers and all that kind of stuff. So just don't use anything. Hopefully that's going to help it. Won't get any on the pads or anything. Anyway, that's basically how you adjust the emergency brake. Show you again on top here. I know I'm going kind of long, I'm sorry. Kind of important. This can only pull so far, right to here, and that's it. So when you put the emergency brake on, can I actually show you that? I don't think so because I don't have two people here. Show you before. Well, here. That's just, if I can get this in editing. Somebody's not going to believe me. Whoop. You got the switch in the dumbest spot. It's like where you touch it all the time. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Okay, just watch this. I'm going to put the brake on. You're going to see it's going to go, you can only go that far. With my hand. So it doesn't help to adjust that anymore, like the cable anywhere else, because that cannot move anymore. So you have to do what we did. Turn the brake off. Close the door. Anyway, I wish somebody would have explained this to me before, because I didn't understand why I didn't have emergency brakes. But all I did is what I showed you on the other side and on this side, and now I have emergency brakes. So, well, the brake's not on right now, but we're good. Last thing, don't forget to do. We pulled this off, and you don't want this banging around like that. It just sits back in the hole here, if you can get it in there. That'll hold it there from breaking apart. Save you some problems later. Well, that's done. I was shocked. I thought there was going to be some adjustment to the cable or something like that under the van somewhere. And I got dirt on my nose. Oh well, my hands are dirty too. Turns out there's just that adjustment, as you saw there with the caliper. Just got to turn it so the caliper pushes out a little further or tightens. So it's got to push out to squeeze, right? And did that. Amazingly, I barely have to turn the two of them. Now I've got full emergency brakes. I can stop backing up or going forward. It's working good. And it actually helped too with just the pedal. For the regular brakes, you press them and they feel nice and firm. That's just a tip I thought I'd show you. Yeah, I actually scoured the internet trying to find out, does anybody have any information on how to adjust these darn things? I guess I'm the first one. Maybe not. But anyway, I'm glad I was able to figure it out. Maybe it saved you some time. Save you, you know, at least $100 if you have to bring it to a dealer for them to get you to do that. If you like this video, don't forget, subscribe to it. I do all sorts of little things when one of my own vehicles breaks down, because I don't like bringing it to the mechanics unless I really have to. I do have a favorite mechanic for the really, really tough stuff. He's probably like, yeah, you're my favorite customer too, because it's always the really, really tough stuff. But he's a good guy, and he doesn't charge a whole lot. Till next time, bye-bye.